Acha, so Momina, this is going to be basically just me talking about what you need to talk about in your presentation. I will specifically address the things that you need to expand on, things you need to add. This is probably not going to be all of your time. I'm not quite sure. You need to actually practice whatever you're going to say for 30 to 45 minutes to know how much time you're actually going to be taking. That being said, moving on into what exactly is the things that you need to address. First of all, some things that you should know about Natel. Natel is an internet service provider. They give internet through underground optic fiber lines. This is important to remember because that means that installation of these fiber lines is very, very expensive. So essentially, for them to actually get into a new area where they aren't already there is incredibly expensive and requires huge amounts of capital. So that's basically Natel's major constriction right now. Moving forward, Natel has a very specific market that they are targeting right now because of that very constriction that I just mentioned. They are targeting Islamabad and a few portions of Rawalpindi. Because of their limited reach, they actually don't have that high of a customer base. However, the customer base that they do have is incredibly loyal because they have no one else has actual no one else provides services as well as they do, and their prices aren't very bad. So their value proposition is, and value proposition, since I think you probably don't know what that is because I doubt you read through the slides because I didn't either, but a brand's value proposition is basically a set of benefits or values that a company promises to deliver to customers to satisfy their needs. So Natel's value proposition is that they provide an unparalleled customer experience. By this, I mean that they have great customer support. They have amazing internet services in terms of gacha. They will almost never be down, and if they are down, they'll inform you. They will tell you beforehand, and they will make sure that if it does have to go down, then it'll go down at some really weird time, like 4 a.m. in the morning, where no one's really using it. Acha. That's what their value proposition is. So you have some more idea of what exactly value proposition is. YouTube's value proposition is that it provides a place for people to connect, inform, and inspire others across the globe. BMW's value proposition is that they promise you the ultimate driving machine. So Natel's is providing an unparalleled customer experience. Acha. So they're already catering to a very small market niche, as I've already talked to you about that. They're only targeting these very small areas. Their customer base is. I also, by the way, these are not all things that you need to mention. तुम्हें बस value proposition का समझाना होगा कि है क्या, and then it's up to you how exactly you want to expand on the catering to the small market niche. You have to expand on that somehow. I don't really care how you do it. वो तो तुम्हें खुद समझ आ जानी चाहिए. Not expanding at such a rate, point 5 because they are actually restricted to such a small place, that makes customer service a lot easier for them as well. So they're making sure that customer experience will never be compromised regardless of what exactly is going on over there. Additional features we implement kar rahe hain, they have things like Netflix, they have their own Netflix Nova service, they have services like cable, they have services like digital channels that are available for you, they have their HD boxes, lots of different services. वो तुम मुझसे बाद में पूछना if you want to actually add that into your presentation. It's fine if you do, it's fine if you don't, but याद रखो तुमने अपना time पूरा करना है. And time से ज़्यादा नहीं करना, which is why I'm not really getting into that. Customer evangelism, okay, this is something that's very interesting. Customer evangelism is specifically that, just a second, I'm getting a message. Customer evangelism is basically that when a customer is really, really happy with your product, they'll end up kind of partnering with you as a marketing partner. And by that, I mean they're going to tell other people about it. So it's word of mouth. And this is something you need to talk about quite a bit. By quite a bit, I mean, why is Natel's customer evangelism so bloody good? Simply because they have really, really happy customers who tell other people about the product and they get them to actually come over to the Natel side. Most of their marketing is done with word of mouth. वो बाद में आएगा. Marketing concept. Okay, so marketing concept is essentially needs, wants, and demands. So since this is there's no real demands that are possible to actually make over here, so don't really need to talk about demands. So customer needs in the internet service provider industry are that they need a working speed internet that doesn't go down too much and it's affordable. Fairly standard. I don't think I need to expand on this. What they want is amazing customer support, maintenance jaldi se ho, value adding services. Now value adding services are specifically that to to differentiate you from another internet service provider, you need to have additional services. So Natel does actually cater. Also, you need to explain how Natel caters to all this. Very easy to do. I don't think I need to explain to you. Agar hai to mujhe bata dena. But value added services are things like I already mentioned. Natel has a sort of Netflix where you have lots and lots of videos on demand, seasons, and generally everything to be able to watch for only 100 rupees a month. Then Natel has additional services like you can increase your internet speed to like 20-30 mbps like for temporarily for a little bit of extra money, things like that. So they have lots of different plans that you can actually follow, lots of different features that you can actually bring in. Remaining details mein tumne batana hoga that they have incredibly high customer equity. You have to explain what customer equity is as well. Customer equity is basically that how you own a customer, and it has to do with how long that the customer will be with you, and you technically kind of get ownership over that customer because of that. So because Natel's customer service is actually so bloody good, they have incredibly high customer equity. मतलब लोग उनके साथ टिके रहेंगे, जो लोग एक बार लगवा लेंगे, they won't go away. It's kind of like customer loyalty, so you can bring that word in as well. It's basically the amount of brand loyalty that people have to you, and the amount of customers who are super loyal to your brand. So they have really, really high customer equity because I've already told you they have really good customer support and everything. Share of customers high due to industry type is share of customers is essentially in any industry, if you're going to be picking up a customer and asking, okay, what share of customer do you have? So if it's like the food industry, if it's a company like McDonald's, they would want more people, like more एक customer ना ज़्यादा उनका खाना खाए बाकी सारे खानों से ज़्यादा. So if you would say that McDonald's has an exceptionally high share of customers, if you a customer in that one person, it's like saying कि अच्छा एक बंदा 80% of the time McDonald's से खाना खाएगा. Since this is the internet industry, their share of customers is really high anyway because people don't generally have more than one internet connection unless it's their mobile phone, and mobile phones aren't really directly competing with Natel simply because Natel is wired internet connection. It is not wireless. Natel is entirely focused on gharon pe ya corporate office pe. Yes, they have wireless solutions available, but those aren't really their main focus. So because of them being ghar ke andar based wala internet, the industry itself actually means that they will have an incredibly high share of customer. Remember, you need to explain what share of customer is, and you need to explain why it's high because of the type of industry. The problems with Natel is that they have absolutely no marketing whatsoever. Social media पे बिल्कुल उनकी marketing नहीं होती, उनकी मतलब बिल्कुल थोड़ी सी होती है. It's practically negligible. उनके word of everything is based on having customer evangelism. Everything, all their marketing is based on word of mouth marketing. So they're supremely reliant on having other people come in and actually market their product to their friends and stuff. That's basically how all their marketing is done. Very quickly, I require you to practice this entire presentation. Like, I'm going to go ahead and say for 30 to 45 minutes. Also, you will need to go through the videos that I post for everyone else because your presentation has to be structured so that you're actually leading up for other people. अभी के लिए वो उसकी टेंशन ज़्यादा है नहीं, बस एंड में मैं कल तक अपलोड कर लूँगा सारी चीज़ें, तो कल तक तुम देख लेना. And yeah, that's essentially it. Anything else? Let me check very quickly. That's all you have. You are not going to be talking about their future projects. You are not going to be talking about the direction that they're taking. You're just talking about here and now, unka kya scene hai, how does their marketing structure work. Please practice this for 30 to 45 minutes. It really isn't very much time.